First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Detroit Lions.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Minshew. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
A 48-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And it's 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Black 20.
Here's Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Cut. 180. Super 1. Super 1. 5. 5. Go. 12. Let's go.
Now gone. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because this team is looking for a new quarterback.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Steelers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Minshew. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Pass caught. It's Ben Skoranek. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
To the right side and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Hold on. Wait, 20.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up second down. The Lions at 10-4 on the year. And they were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Goff now looking to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync. The line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's when we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum in moving the football. But something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the give, it's Warren. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
So that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. Minshew sets to throw. He'll find his man Skoranek over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A handoff for Warren. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to... Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running back working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machine.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
We go tonight. 20.
Here's Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. Shouting through the defense. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
76, tell him. 180.
Back to throw, Goff. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Super. White 20. Hey, let's go.
Goff now looks to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions are able to widen their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 8.
Steelers 6. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. 20! Touchdown, Detroit! Jahmyr Gibbs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
21. Steelers 6. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Inside the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. This defense, 3 interceptions now. And, Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question, and neither is another pick 6.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they will. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
We go tonight. 180.
Gibbs straight ahead. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second
Brings
down.
up 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 65 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Steelers 6. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On the run, it's Warren. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Here's Minshew. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Ward will try the right side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. Minshew. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here goes tonight. Value 180.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Here goes tonight. Black 20.
Goff now to throw. Now they go screen, it's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now it's Gibbs.
And maybe a little
pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Boy, 179 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ric Flair.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
2 yards to go, second down.
Banjo.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run with Gibbs. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Value 3.
Again, it's Gibbs. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time he just didn't get there.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal.
This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Back, blitz.
But now an audible here into something else.
From the 36, Minshew.
And here's Freiermuth again.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Minshew.
That one complete to Skoranek.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a run with Warren. And they get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Warren. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
That'll give them 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew looking for Austin. Intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick.
And now, oh boy, this is a bit of a surprise, to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. They'll run it. Warren.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? Seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through, trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes, it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll go play action here with Minshew.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They'll drop the throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
It's second down and 10.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Lions, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to get back on the beam
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on the left lets you adjust your league settings and where to start your franchise in the preseason, the regular season, or